time travel is real, and I have proof.
Let's talk about that.
Good mythical morning.
Welcome, friends and friends of friends. That's right. Invite your friends to watch Good Mythical Morning. You can share this episode, or you can share the trailer on our channel. Link in the description.
We are in the present right now, but we are in your past. No, we are in your present, but we are in our past.
No. We
weird.
are in there now.
Anyway,
You're watching it now.
I love the concept of time travel, and I want it to be possible. Let me just go on record saying that I hope it is possible, and I hope I can partake in it at some point.
Whenever it's possible.
Now,
if it's not now.
There are other people out there like me who want time travel to be real, and they believe they have found some actual cases of time travel. Some of these have been on the internet for a while. We're going to go through those, and I want you, the mythical beast, the discerning mythical beast at home, and Link, the discerning mythical beast right here, to tell me where these people are wrong, okay? Let's start with the case.
Or maybe where they're right.
Of the time-traveling hipster in 1940. Okay, or 1941. Take a look at this picture, Link. This is a photograph from 1941.
I think I've spotted him. Maybe it's the guy with sunglasses and the cardigan and the graphic T-shirt. Oh, he's such a hipster.
But
he's got a
let me tell you about this photo,
like
okay? So this is a photo from the reopening of the South Fork Bridge in Gold Bridge, British Columbia. It was originated from the Braylorn Pioneer Museum. And of course, people for a long time have noticed there's a dude in there that looks like he's not from 1941.
Hey, this is obviously Photoshop. I mean, I've been around the block a couple of times.
Okay, well,
and when I came home, I had Photoshop.
There definitely is some conjecture that this may be Photoshopped, but I will tell you that even if it is not Photoshopped, it has been proven that this haircut was not abnormal. In fact, there's other people in this exact same photo that have a similar haircut. These glasses were not out of style at that point.
Well, they looked like trendy glasses, but then they actually look more like goggles when you look closely.
And that shirt is actually probably a sweater with a pattern sewn into it, not necessarily a graphic tee. He does look like he's playing a video game or something down there with that hand. I don't know what that is, but most people say this is not Photoshop. It's just an unusual dude who wore some stuff that could be misinterpreted. I think personally, if there's a time traveler in this picture, it's the guy over here covering his face, because that's what I would do if I was time traveling. I'd be like, don't look at me, I'm a time traveler.
Why not?
See that? I think he might just be smoking a cigarette. All right, okay.
With his eyeballs?
This one's harder to disprove. This is a famous clip from the Hollywood premiere of a Charlie Chaplin movie, The Circus, at Grauman's Chinese Theater.
Okay.
And
this is a clip of the movie?
This is a clip from the premiere, the day of the premiere. They filmed it in 1928. Okay. So you can see this.
Okay, got it.
There's the Chinese Theater. You've been there. You've seen that. And then, this coming guy, and then there's this woman. Huh. Can you spot the time traveler in this clip? I'll play it again.
I've just been distracted by the horse painted like a zebra.
Look behind the zebra.
Okay.
Look at the woman. Here she goes. Zooming in on her.
On a cell phone. Look. An old woman on a cellular telephone.
That's what a lot of people think. What do you think about that? You think this is a woman on a cell phone from the future? In the past?
It certainly looked like it. I mean, she wasn't scratching her face. There was no movement in the hand.
Did she bring the cell phone towers back in time with her also?
You trying to be a smart aleck?
No, I'm just saying. Like, people say this woman's on the cell phone. Did she bring the cell phone towers back? How could she be communicating on the cell phone towers?
Well, how far from the future is she?
Maybe she's in 1928.
The future, dude. How far in the future do you no longer need cell phone towers to have a cellular telephone?
This theory has been debunked, and let me tell you, I hate to disappoint you, but she was most likely using a listening device, this one right here, that you hold a little bit like a cell phone. I'm not sure if she was listening to the guy that she was following, like, come back, brother. I don't know. There are still people who think that this woman is actually a time traveler, but I'm just saying, listen, she went through this, she went all the way to try to completely blend in with the clothes that she's wearing. You think she's just going to be walking in public on a cell phone? Doesn't make a lot of sense.
She thought people would be distracted by the horse, zebra, and the elephant.
It gets better. This guy met himself from the future. Håkan Nordqvist, who was fixing a leaky pipe under his sink, and he found a tunnel. That's not unusual. He went through the tunnel, and at the end of the tunnel, he found himself as an older man, somewhere around 70 years old. And to prove it, like all things,
he wrote a book that you can buy.
Nope. He just filmed it and put it on YouTube. And here is his video of when he met himself. He says, I had my mobile, and so I took a little video.
His older self. Did he get the mobile from the old woman in the past?
Look at that. Matching tattoos. You tell me how that's not an actual time traveler. Look at it. How could they both have matching tattoos?
Well, that's a good point, Rhett. My kid and I have matching tattoos for about 3 days until they washed off.
Oh, you're saying you think this is a fake tattoo?
It's pretty fresh.
I think
it's a father and son.
I think the 70-year-old man would have a faded tattoo. They look like they were just applied.
Right. It's too crisp.
Well,
the older guy would be like really faded.
To my disappointment, this is even worse. This is the most subversive one of all. This was an advertising campaign for AMF pensions in Sweden. So it was like a retirement thing. Like, go into your tunnel and meet your future self who has the same tattoo and ask him, hey, buddy, you been saving for retirement? You know, it was just an advertising
And why are you living under my sink?
This one, though, the last one, is the best one of all, Von Helton. This is a man who was born Eugene Helton Jr., better known as Von Helton. That's what he calls himself now.
Never heard of him.
By his own account, he has invented the stealth fighter at the age of 7 and grew up to become a vampire vigilante who walked the earth fighting evil. And his proof of this is the many lives that he has lived.
Well, hold on. Also, the stealth exists. There's proof.
Right. He invented the stealth fighter at age 7. He has this series of photos from 1857, 1916, 1945, and present day, and he says, this is me. And you know what?
And he's photoshopped all 4 images together, so he obviously knows how to use Photoshop.
I don't know. This seems pretty compelling to me personally. He definitely looks like the same guy, but really what takes the cake is the fact that he also has a YouTube channel where he sings karaoke.
This is my favorite thing.
Clears his throat. Only a professional would do that. Only a time traveler.
You'll never find, as long as you live, someone who loves you.
416 views.
Like
417, brother.
Oh, goodness.
You'll never find,
Von Helton.
no matter where you
Doing some Lou Rawls.
Okay, so as you can see,
basketball in the background.
I think this guy's obviously a real time traveler. No one can sing karaoke like that.
and not be
influenced by the actual past that he has traveled to.
Right.
Okay,
right.
So what have we learned here?
That it's pretty hopeless.
I think we have learned that time travel probably hasn't happened yet, at least not in these 4 cases. If you know of a better case, and there's one very cool experiment that I want to tell you about in Good Mythical More. We're also going to talk about the best time travel movies of all time.
Ooh.
It's going to be pretty awesome.
Thanks for liking and commenting on this video. You know
Do
what
that
time
in the present.
It is.
Hi, my name is Rob from San Juan, Puerto Rico, and it's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
Make sure you're following the Rhett and Link count on Twitter because there are some pretty amazing things happening in the past, present, and future over there, including Twitter stories where you help us tell stories and we tell them on the Twitter account. It's mind-blowing. No time travel has taken place so far, but they're pretty great. Trapped on an elevator. I don't like these contraptions. Floor 2, please. Floor 2. What? I don't understand. You come here often?
You ever seen Elf?
Yeah. I don't recall that scene though.
He did that. It was really funny when he did it.
He went. Boop, 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 boop. We're gonna be trapped here. You got any other favorite movies?
There's also Highlander, which is
Back to the Future,
travel, right?
No.
He travels in time.
Highlander has nothing to do with time travel.